Another act of senseless violence. The nation is mourning the lives lost in a tragic mass shooting, this time in a small Texas town. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. An 18-year-old gunman opened fire inside an elementary school in the city of Uvalde. That's about 80 miles west of San Antonio. 19 children and 2 teachers were killed at Robb Elementary School. NBC News has learned the shooter used an AR-style rifle in the shooting. Authorities say the 18-year-old barricaded himself inside a classroom and shot at students and teachers. The Texas Department of Public Safety says the gunman had no criminal history. We are now putting faces and names to some of the victims, at least 3 of them in the 4th grade. Uzziah Garcia, Emery Joe Garza, Annabelle Guadalupe Rodriguez, and Xavier Lopez. Emery's grandmother says the 4th grader was shot while dialing 911. And Xavier's mom was with him at the school for an award ceremony just hours before the shooting. Sadly, it will be the last time she would see him alive. These are the 2 teachers who were killed in the shooting. Eva Morales on the left and Irma Garcia on the right. Family members say that they died trying to protect their students. Eva Morales taught for 17 years. The Today Show talked to her family.
She was absolutely vivacious. She was definitely an adventurer, and she's going to be missed. And I just completely feel for everyone who lost a loved one.
The other teacher, Irma Garcia, has been described as a sweet person with a beautiful soul. When President Biden addressed the nation about the deadly school shooting, he was emotional and he was angry. The president once again called for Congress to take action on gun control legislation.
As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? We have to act. And don't tell me we can't have an impact on this carnage.
But it could be difficult to get the 10 votes necessary from Senate Republicans for any type of gun control.
That doesn't work. It's not effective. It doesn't prevent crime. We know what does prevent crime, which is going after felons and fugitives and those with serious mental illness.
Senator Ted Cruz is scheduled to attend an NRA convention in Houston this weekend. Former President Donald Trump and Texas Governor Greg Abbott are also scheduled to be there. Here in Southern California, many schools are stepping up security and adding officers. Many parents are also struggling with how to explain this horrific tragedy to their children and how to reassure them that they're safe in the classroom.
It's normal to really feel helpless or not to know how to cope with this, or to wonder if it can happen in this school, could it happen in mine? How do I know how to maybe talk to my friends if I think something could be happening, or I think if a friend is struggling?
LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva announced his department will be working with school resource officers to, quote, ensure the safety of our children. The shooting has touched and angered Americans from all walks of life. Somebody who feels this tragedy deeply is actor Matthew McConaughey. He was born and raised in Uvalde, and his mom was a kindergarten teacher. McConaughey posted a lengthy and emotional message to Twitter, reading in part, "Once again, we have tragically proven that we are failing to be responsible for the rights our freedoms grant us." He called for Americans to ask, what is it that we truly value? What small sacrifices can we individually take today to preserve a healthier and safer nation, state, and neighborhood tomorrow? He also called for an end to making excuses and accepting these tragic realities as the status quo. It's a sentiment echoed by head coach of the Golden State Warriors, Steve Kerr.
When are we going to do something? I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to the devastated families that are out there. I'm so tired of the, I'm sorry. I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough.
The issue of gun violence hits home for Kerr. His father was murdered when a gunman stormed the American University of Beirut in 1984. NBC4's coverage of the Texas school shooting continues on TV, on NBCLA.com, the NBCLA app, and here on our streaming platforms. Now it's time for an update on your weather forecast. Belen De Leon is here to let us know when we'll get some relief from the heat.
The weather for the middle of the week is warm away from the coast. We have temperatures in the 80s and 90s for the valleys and inland empire. But for the second half of the weekend into the weekend, the temperatures are going to start to come down. Look at the trend in West Covina. 85 on Wednesday. Thursday, still rather warm, 83. But Friday and Saturday, temperatures in the 70s with increasing onshore flow. Now, the weather for Wednesday and Thursday in the mountains, deserts, and interior valleys is going to include elevated fire danger. Humidity will be low, winds gusty at times. Plus, we have very dry fuel, so please use extreme caution with fire sources. The weather through the holiday weekend expected to be comfortable and seasonal for this time of year. Back to you.
Health leaders say California's first suspected case of monkeypox in Sacramento County may be related to recent travel to Europe. The patient is isolated at home. If confirmed, this would be the first known case of the virus in California. Monkeypox is considered extremely rare and can be treated with the smallpox vaccine. It spreads primarily through close physical contact. As parents grow more desperate to find baby formula because of a nationwide shortage, scammers are ready to profit from empty store shelves. Before you buy formula online, the NBC4i team's Carolyn Johnson has tips for you.
Be suspicious of offers you see on social media. According to the Federal Trade Commission, consumers lost nearly $800 million last year in scams that started on social platforms. Scammers also use fake websites with logos that look legit. So before you buy from a site you haven't used before, scrutinize it. Look for any misspellings or unusually low prices. And if you do buy, be sure to use a credit card. Never use your debit card on an unfamiliar site. And if you do buy formula online, check to make sure it hasn't been recalled. You can do this on the FDA's website. Also, be sure to check the formula's expiration date. Carolyn Johnson, NBC4 News.
If you stop by libraries in the San Gabriel Valley, you can take home more than just books. They're going to offer blood pressure kits. The American Heart Association is kicking off a new program. Libraries will loan blood pressure kits just like books. You can go home, log your numbers, and bring the kit back. A lot of times people are a little on edge getting their blood pressure checked at a doctor's office, and this allows you to take the test in a more relaxed location to produce more accurate numbers. The first ever Amazon-style clothing store is now open at the Americana at Brand in Glendale. The company says Amazon-style makes it easier to find what you need without the hassle. So instead of racks of clothes, shoppers will only find display items. If you like what you see, all you need to do is scan the QR code and have it sent back to the fitting room in your size or to the counter for purchase. Fitting rooms will also have touchscreens to request additional sizes or styles. One little leaguer in Northern California is going viral for how he walks up to the plate. Oh yeah, get it, get it, get it. That's Ben from Manteca, thrilling the crowd, walking to the plate to big puns, still not a player. But it's safe to say Ben is a player. Not only does he have those slick dance moves, he got a hit in that at-bat. We see you, Ben. Great job. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and on our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.